Hey everyone, and Nintendo's 2023 is shaping up to already be quite packed, and could be the last major year of the Nintendo Switch until the next generation of Nintendo hardware. In this video, I'm going over my predictions for Nintendo's 2023, so let's get started.
Lockhart QT.
Starting off with my most anticipated game of 2023 is The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. At least we now know the title name and release date, which is on May 12, 2023. Recently we did get confirmation that the game will feature Nintendo Switch Online support, so I'm thinking Nintendo could also announce some DLC expansions similar to the first game, and these will be made available to owners of the Expansion Pass subscription service. Now, secondly, in January, we already have Fire Emblem Engage releasing on the 23rd. This is Nintendo's first major game of the year, with the return of fan favourite characters such as Marth, Byleth, Corrin, Robin, etc, and more, with a new art style as well, which takes a more anime aesthetic. And I'm really excited for this release, and I can't wait to cover it on the channel. Next up, one prediction I have straight off the bat as well is Pikmin 4. We already know the game has been announced and we've had a teaser trailer for it, but I think the game will release in September and we'll get a new trailer in the early winter 2023 Direct, showing off new Pikmin types and playable characters. Personally though, I'm really hoping for a spring release, as the game is sort of spring themed with flowers. I sadly do not think we'll get a 3D Mario game either this year, but I do think we'll finally see the return of Super Mario Sluggers as this year's spin-off, as the last game was released on the Wii and we usually get a new Mario sports game / spin-off every year, and we've already had Mario Party, tennis, golf, etc. quite recently, so I do think that with Mario Strikers making a comeback especially, I do think in 2023 we'll get a new Mario baseball game as well. I really think that we're also in for some new ports and remasters in 2023 as well. I do think that we could finally get a port of Xenoblade Chronicles X later in the year, and we could see ports of both Wind Waker and Twilight Princess just before Tears of the Kingdom releases to sort of build up the hype for Zelda this year. But a surprise one for this year could be the remastered standalone port of Super Mario Galaxy 2 for the Nintendo Switch. And if you remember, standalone ports for Wii games aren't really new, as Skyward Sword already got one. In 2023 we also have ports of Persona 5 Royal, Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden, which will arrive on Nintendo Switch on 19th of January next year. These were already on my 2022 prediction list earlier this year, so it's really nice to finally have them releasing after waiting so long, because I've wanted these ports ever since, well, Persona came out, or Persona 5 came out, so it's really nice to see that these ports have finally now come out. I do also think that we'll get the announcement of Splatoon 3's new major story mode DLC featuring Pearl and Marina, as well as a new free update featuring new modes, weapons, ranked modes and maps, similar to the Octo expansion from Splatoon 2. I think we'll also get new releases for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass for Wave 4, 5 and 6, all releasing in similar time frames to 1, 2 and 3, so sort of one in the winter, one in sort of the summer and one late in the year, so like October, November time in the fall. But I also think we'll see tracks such as Vancouver Velocity, Amsterdam Drift and my personal all-time favourite track being Daisy Circuit from Mario Kart Wii, all making a return as remastered courses. Another announcement I know is coming that we had back in the September Direct of this year is Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, which is a remaster of the 2011 Wii game, which again supports the theory of Mario Galaxy 2 as it's a standalone Wii game port. So hopefully this remaster will be good, as it releases on the 24th of February and we already know it's coming. Speaking of games we already know is coming though, we already know that Octopath Traveler 2 is 100% releasing on the 24th of February, so that's another great game, another great turn-based RPG if you guys are into that, with the hybrid sort of pixel art style. It looks really cool. I didn't really vibe too much with the first game, it's not really my thing, but I know why people enjoy it. Another surprise game that I'm looking forward to is a crowd-funded indie game called Sea of Stars, which is a gorgeous turn-based RPG by the developers of essentially who created The Messenger. And the composer is also the same composer that did soundtracks for, such as they did a few songs for Smash, they did Xenoblade Chronicles 2, as well as Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Honestly, take a look into this game. The trailer looks really good. It's that sort of gorgeous, I guess, pixel art graphics, plus the music absolutely slaps from what I've heard so far. So I'll be definitely on the lookout for this game, as I imagine it won't be full price. It'll be quite cheap as well, and it will be a full-fledged game, so it looks really good. Honestly, take a look into it. Next up, we know that we've got the Mario movie by Illumination Studios releasing this year, and I think ultimately the film will review very positively and be really good overall. The only major criticism from critics being Chris Pratt's performance as Mario being sort of weird and not really up to par, but I do think the film will still be really good. I'll do a review of it, and I'm also going with my partner to go actually see the film, so I'm very excited for that. I think throughout this year we'll also get releases of all of the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 expansion packs, featuring the return of playable characters such as Rex, Shulk, Pyra, Mithra, more similar to the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 expansion packs and how they did that and brought back famous characters and weapons and blades and whatnot, so I'll be really excited to see that. And I think we'll also see the release of the major story expansion for Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which will be a prequel story tying up the loose ends, and this story DLC will be a bridge between the events of 1 and 2 and how they all lead up to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Either that or they could do a sequel continuation. I don't know, again, I'm not going to spoil the ending of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 here, but I'm not really too sure how that would go about, so I do think it will be a prequel of sorts, or it could be like an in-between story where it takes place during the story of 3. But don't forget as well, we also have the Advance Wars remakes coming out this year. I think we will get a definitive release date. It was delayed due to sort of the ongoing conflicts around the world, and I think it could release early this year, say February or March. So that's my prediction really. And my final prediction is that around June time, I think we'll get the release of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's first big story DLC, where I think we'll visit a new Spanish island with around 200 to 300 more Pokemon, similar to how they did the sort of Galar region DLC for Sword and Shield. And I think we'll get new legendaries, regional variants, as well as a new story and a new main legendary to get, or a new partner Pokemon. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Those have been my Nintendo 2023 predictions. What do you guys think we're going to see? Do you think we're going to see like a new Donkey Kong game, a new 2D Mario? What do you guys think we're going to see? Just again, just before I go, thank you so much for watching. It's been great doing sort of bringing back the channel. I actually did this channel a very long time ago, but I sort of scrapped a load of the videos because they were really poor quality, and I think although I'm still not quite where I want to be, I do think that the quality of my videos have been going up and up and up, and again, it's one of those things where I really want to continue doing videos, so thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, ding the bell, do all that. Put in the comments, like, what do you guys think? Honestly, like, communicate with me. What do you guys want to see? I'm also on Twitter at LockhartQT. Link is in the description, as well as on the actual channel page if you want to go see it there. So I'm just really excited for 2023 in general. I've got Fire Emblem content coming, Zelda content coming, Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Hogwarts Legacy. I've got it all coming next year. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as well. Speaking of which, I'll also be doing an Xbox and PlayStation prediction video, so I'm dead excited for that. I've got a few things to say in those. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay subscribed to the channel, like the video, all of that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.